I'm Dawn Polkinghorn, and I have attended VNC for approximately 10 years. I recently, in June, just moved to Chicago. I'm an interior designer. I work on my own as well as with Walter E. Smith. I emailed Pastor Sean about something that affected me in a service that he did approximately a year ago. He was talking about tithing and about the act of obedience and what it entailed. For some reason, it really resonated with me. And for me, it seemed like a next step, but I thought, well, this isn't good timing. I'm on my own. I'm 100% commission. Christmas is right around the corner. I have all these bills. And as I'm hearing myself say these words, I'm realizing there is never probably a good time. So in my heart, I had prepared to make some sacrifices as far as how I spent my money. And as I started, I didn't have to do that. And I was really surprised that I wasn't making the sacrifices that I thought I would make. And so that continued for several months. And I was kind of at a fork in the road. I was living with a friend. My rent was very, very minimal, and that was so nice. But I just felt like I have to do something else with my life instead of where I was going. So I prayed this prayer. I said, God, you open a door and I'm going to walk through it. So the next day, a client of mine walked in and said, I remember you talking to Cynthia saying that, someday you'd like to live in the city. It's in Lincoln Park. It's small, but I'll give you a great deal. Would you like to do that? And no, was originally my thought. It was just overwhelming to me. However, he said, well, think about it. I thought, "Oh, okay." And then in my head, of course, I'm thinking, and it's coming back to me, open a door and I'll walk through it. But it just still, I was thinking something smaller. I wasn't thinking move to Chicago, but it's about letting God lead you. And so I said yes. And I was surprised that I said yes. And also during this process, I'm thinking about the tithing and what I'm continuing doing. And then the conversation I had with God is like, okay, I'm walking through this door. I said, but my rent is 3 times as much. I have no clientele there. I'm on 100% commission, so surely it's reasonable that I take maybe a couple months off. I really can't describe what happened next, because it was a feeling, and it just kind of washed over me as I was having this conversation. And it was sweet, and it was humbling, and it was like this realization that God was saying to me, I've got this. It's not your location. It's not coincidence. It's not your talent. It's me. I was being obedient, and he wanted me to know that it's him. Not only did I not have to worry about finances, I have excelled in areas that I had never before done. And again, I'm not saying that I'm rich or this is like rubbing a lamp and it's a genie thing. I really believe God does not need my money. But it was the act of obedience. It was in my heart I was prepared to do this. And he showed up in just such amazing ways.